What is going on, guys? This is Daniel, and today I'll be discussing a play called Motion Strong, which is a play the Spurs and other NBA teams run, and I should be showing you clips from the Pacers and Bobcats as well, and I'll go through the options and why it is an effective play. First, notice the 4-out, 1-in alignment, and the point guard will reverse the ball to the trailer or the man up top, and he'll swing it one more time. Then they'll both set a double staggered screen for the man in the corner, in this case Ginobili, and Ginobili will come off that screen looking to score. And notice how on this particular play, Ginobili's man goes over the screen, so he curls it to the basket, and they get a wide open shot for Diaw. This play gets a lot of movement and ball reversal, and again here, Henderson's man goes over the screen, so he curls it and they get a layup. Notice here how Chandler Parsons goes under the screen, so Paul George flares it out to the 3-point line for an open shot. Now notice on this play how the Spurs players would normally set a double staggered screen for a man in the corner, but Patty Mills is on the opposite corner, so they simply set a single screen, and when the Clippers go under the screen, Cole gets a great look. Now here they don't get anything off the initial action, so they simply screen and roll up top and they get a layup. Now instead of going pick and roll, the Bobcats run a little variation where they go pinch post, where they'll hit Zeller at the high post, and here Taylor cuts around them looking for a handoff. Kemba Walker clears out the side and they get a layup here. Again, the play turns into pinch post and they run it and get good action out of it, and it really flows nicely. Now the Spurs run the pinch post option when Parker doesn't have anything off the first set of screens, and when he doesn't get anything off the pinch post, he simply comes back and they execute a screen and roll, and they find Leonard for an open 3. Also, a different option out of this pinch post thing is if they don't get anything off of it, there's a pin down going on for Sessions, the original screener, on the other side, and here you get an open look for him. Now instead of executing pinch post here or going into screen and roll, Boris Diaw, the opposite big man on the block, will flash to the high post, Tony Parker will hit him, and then screen away for Leonard as they execute a high post split type action, and Leonard gets a layup. Now Leonard will cut through on this play, and when they throw it to the high post, that triggers a dribble handoff with the first screener, in this case Tony Parker, and they get good movement off of this. Here you'll see the Bobcats executing that same option. Here they hit McRoberts at the high post, but because Barjani is sacking off of McRoberts, he can simply take a nice jump shot. Now watch here how when Danny Green cuts around the screens, he doesn't get the pass but also doesn't cut through. That triggers a page out of the triangle offense where they'll hit the high post, and that immediately triggers Green to back cut to the rim, and here they get a dunk out of it. On this possession, the Spurs don't hit the man coming off the screens or the high post, so they look inside for the post up and they get a layup. And when you have a guy like Al Jefferson, sometimes all this movement is just a decoy, so Jefferson can go to work in the low post. Here the Pacers dump it into West in the post-up, but on the weak side, the players are still going to set a double staggered screen for George, and West throws a nice pass for a great look. Now usually here, Josh McRoberts would swing this ball to CDR and then set a double staggered screen, but here he dribbles over and executes a dribble pitch with Gerald Henderson, who's coming off a Walker screen, and this is nice movement. This dribble pitch play is a great variation, and you can get great looks off of it. And this last play is a great example of what Motion Strong is about: screening, passing, movement, spacing, and an overall unselfish play that creates good shots. Well, there you have it, guys. Motion Strong is a popular play that's becoming more popular in the NBA and around the world by the year, and you can see how it gives teams many options, and it really is a nice play. Well, thanks for watching and see you next time.